everybody fell victim to liking someone or being acquainted with someone that was just, deep down just really not a decent person. What about the women? And I know many of us have friends, maybe even a sister or a cousin, that it seems all that they attract and all that they have interest in is like trash. It's like every time you turn around, okay, she's either complaining about the person she's with, or when she breaks up with that person, she turns around and gets into a relationship with somebody either worse than the guy she left or someone exactly like the guy she left. And you be wanting to tell her, like, okay, first of all, fuck telling people about their spouse. All right. That's one, because it is my humble belief that there's nothing that you can tell somebody about who they choose to be with, because deep down they already know. They already know. But they want you to just be quiet about it and let them continue to go through whatever hell that they're enduring with this fucking loser. You know what I'm saying? So you say, "Oh, this guy, he's not treating you right." She knows that he's not treating her right, because that's why she's coming to you complaining about him. She understands that. So don't say the obvious. What we need to do is ask, because everybody falls victim sometimes. He be either cute or he has a whole lot of charisma. So we need to start asking these women, where are you meeting? Like, where did you meet this dude? So that we know whatever dating app she's using, wherever, whatever social setting she's going to, whether it's a bar or a club, which is not, just me personally, it's not a good place to meet people. But whatever cornerstone she got this dude, like, she needs to let us know so that we don't so we don't go and do the same thing. Okay? Because that's one. And another thing that we need to ask is, like, what do you want out of the relationship? You know what I'm saying? Because I get done and I get tired of telling people what they already know. But I'd be curious of what more do you expect? And it's not being judgmental, because I would like for someone to ask me that when I'm stupid. When I'm being stupid, because nobody's perfect. But when I'm being stupid, I would like someone to pull me aside, like, niece, um, tell me, what exactly do you want out of this relationship? Are your needs being met? You know what I'm saying? Help me think, because obviously I'm either digmatized, or I'm just like, I'm getting hit so hard that I'm like, not like, I can't even think straight. Or I'm just so wrapped into the fact that he's so sweet, or he just knows the right things to say. You know how women get caught up in, like, the romanticizing aspects of a relationship, and they need to focus on the whatever's going on outside of that, because that's what matters. But I think it's the best way to handle those situations is to not tell them that they deserve better, tell them that he ain't shit, tell them that you don't like them. Like, they already know that whoever they with is straight up dumpster. Okay, he garbage juice. They already know. And in actuality, truth be told, they don't really, it doesn't bother them enough to end it, but they do feel there's hope. But what you do is you question that hope. So you question the hope by asking, what do you want out of this? And sometimes people don't know how to answer, or some people have a direct answer. I just want him to love me. I just want him to do right. So then you ask, what and do you think that he can? Like, do you think that it is possible for him to give you what you're requesting? You know what I'm saying? And help people think things through. That way, like, of course, it's not, let me just put a disclaimer, it's not going to make this woman end the relationship anytime soon. You have to let, what we have to do when we see a situation that someone is in that is unfavorable for them is to allow things to run their course, but at the same time, help them think through the process, right? When they finally make it out of the situation or they finally leave it, the conversation and the thoughts that you helped them step by step through will actually run through their head. Because then, I would say, maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, if they give themselves some time, they will look back at the situation and say, you know what? All I wanted was X, Y, and Z, and he didn't give it to me. And you know what? Now that I think deeply about it, I knew he couldn't. Or, that's when you take responsibility. Like, I knew he couldn't. I just wanted him to. Or, he just didn't want to because he was so fucking selfish. Or, you know what? He didn't know how to because he just didn't have it. He couldn't give me what he didn't have, and I wanted something that he couldn't give me. And then they can move on, and I think you move on with wisdom. I just don't think we can help repair or prepare each other by being overly critical and criticizing or tearing each other down, because it just makes people put their guard up. It makes people defend their toxic situation. They go into complete defense mode. And when someone is trying to protect their situation and protect who they love, you're gonna always be the bad guy.